When the COVID-19 crisis grounded air travel across the globe, many airlines quickly boosted their cargo services to take advantage of the demand for supplies related to the fight against the pandemic. Kenya Airways was not left behind.
We have been carrying tons of seafood to Asia from the coast of East Africa and all the way down from Mozambique to China. We have moved medical supplies, surprisingly from Uganda to Southern Africa, a lot of it. We've also been involved in moving electoral material for most African countries which have been doing elections. We also saw a demand for fabric out of Kenya into China for making the PPEs.
Although the non-stop flights on the Nairobi-New York route were affected, Kenya Airways has been transporting cargo between Kenya and the US through Europe by partnering with other airlines.
The importance of resuming flights is the fact now we have the ability to have a direct service, of course. Time is what you're going to achieve more than anything right now. During COVID, it was roughly 7 days between the US and Nairobi. Now you're back to 15 hours.
Generally, the resumption of the non-stop flights on the New York route is a key link not only in the bilateral trade between Kenya and the US, but also to Africa. Cargo business is crucial to the implementation of the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA, which allows for duty-free export of over 6,000 products from the continent. The products include textiles and apparel, coffee, nuts, and cut flowers. Kenya Airways began operating on the New York route in October 2018.
Just pre-COVID, we actually had these flights full completely with all the textile movements. We've been having discussions with our customers. In fact, the US was one of the markets that was really severely impacted. So our customers are very keen to book into this flight. We have a lot of our perishable customers as well requesting for capacity. In fact, we have one customer who's blocked out 3 tons of flowers on every flight. So this is really quite interesting to see the excitement.
There is another opportunity for Kenya Airways. The national carrier has invested in ultra-modern pharma facilities coinciding with the COVID-19 pandemic. This is to further meet the demand of pharmaceutical products globally in preparation for the huge task of transporting medicines, vaccines, blood samples, and temperature-sensitive cargo by having an end-to-end cold chain logistics solution.
So we are looking at serving Africa with the distribution of the vaccines. There are many points in Africa where many carriers cannot touch.
We want Africa not to be left behind. We want Kenya not to be left behind. So we are ready to participate in the movement of vaccines and the pharmaceutical products.
The good news for Kenya Airways is that JFK, they are in the only facility which is GDP compliant. And GDP means good distribution practices. It means that the facility is able to maintain very fixed temperatures, minus 20 Celsius. It can cool at 2 to 8 Celsius and ambient of 15 to 25. So to move pharmaceuticals, you need to be in a GDP compliant facility. Kenya Airways has that facility in JFK.
Meanwhile, the CEO of the JFK International Airport Terminal 4 says the resumption of KQ flights to New York is timely.
We are very happy that now this has been resumed because that gives a direct access from the east coast of the US to the east coast of Africa. And it's an important route for tourism and also an important route and hopefully a more important route in the future for business.